Welcome to the Linguistics Show, where we talk about life, love, and everything else. There's always something to talk about with this couple, so you never know what may come out of their mouth.
Accountability has always been something on my list because I understood what it means from a psychological makeup perspective and how important it is not only to hold yourself accountable, to hold those around you accountable, to hold our, people in power accountable, hold our celebrities accountable. It's everything. It's like thinking about the recent controversies. I wanted to say it like a British person just now, but I couldn't think about it fast enough. Controversies.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah, they say things weird like aluminium.
No, but is that
aluminium.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, sometimes in the corporate world, there's actually instant accountability where it's like, it's obvious if you don't do something. Like we had talked about before, as a manager, you're responsible for payroll, right? You got every other Sunday, you got to process that payroll by X amount of time. And if you don't do it, these automatic generated emails,
Do this payroll.
You have not finished payroll for the following employees. Blank, 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 blank. Please do so as your earliest convenience. And so once that email hits, you already know you're fucked. You already know that your boss knows, their boss knows, payroll manager knows, HR manager knows, everybody knows that you didn't process payroll on time. Now, the funny thing with corporate accountability is that it only goes one way. That's the funny part about corporate accountability, and that's what's kind of led me to move away from that whole environment from a working perspective, was because I was tired of feeling like I was held to an extreme accountability where my deliverables had to be on time no matter what. It had to be right. My numbers had to be right. My recaps had to be thorough. My payroll had to be on time. There's no excuses. I mean, like, I brought a laptop to a vacation in Puerto Rico. I bought a not even a vacation, a baycation. I brought a laptop to a baycation to make sure that I could do work on vacation in Puerto. It was when you go on vacation with your bae. Come on, Black Twitter. Come on, baby.
Oh, I'm thinking a staycation.
Not a staycation. I said a baycation.
Because I'm like,
you go on vacation with your bae.
Because we were together.
Oh my God! Obviously, we're together because we were together.
But it was a larger.
Somebody got flued out.
That's one of the other
flued out.
That's one of the other women there was trying to be, but anyhow,
was trying to get flued out.
And you already know who I'm talking about, which one I'm talking about, because that was the one who was there alone.
Was trying to get flued out.
But anyhow,
oh my God, I love the fact that we created that word, flued. Like, who flues it? I love the fact that we created that. We're so creative as a culture.
KJ, I'm talking about you.
Oh my.
KJ could be anybody. I'll figure it out.
You're the worst today dropping names. I didn't say my brother's name. And you said your sister's name.
Not everyone knows me, but
right,
people know who Melanie is.
So
it'll be cut out.
So again, that's one of the things that had kind of precipitated my egress away from the whole corporate lifestyle, the whole corporate job structure, was knowing that if I had a million things happen and as a manager, it is literally your job to handle all of these million things that happen on a daily basis, handle them efficiently, have the right answer, know everything all the time, right? It's a lot of pressure. And so if you were to mess up, everybody knows it. And everybody's on your ass. We're sending you multiple emails. Hey, can you get this done? Get this done. Get this done. Get it done. There's no excuses. Got to get it done. They don't know that, the internet was down. X amount of people didn't show up. The computer was broken. Power was out. Like, there's a protest downtown, so nobody could get to work on time. Like the metro train was derailed. Like they don't know all of these hundreds of things that have happened that have kept you
And all
from
these
meeting.
things have actually happened to you.
Yeah, and all of these things have
in real
all
life.
happened to me in real life
not
on
made up,
this
it's
on
real.
the same day. And so like they don't see or hear or even understand or respect that these things happen that kept you from getting to your deliverable. All they care about is you didn't deliver on your deliverable on time. Now it's a negative mark on you. But let me ask a question. Let me send an email that I need something done and it don't get done on time. Then it's just my ass. Like, then it's just, oh, well, it just didn't get done on time. And that was what really precipitated my egress from this whole corporate job structure, is that it only goes one way. And any relationship where there's only one way of accountability, if it's a friendship, if it's a work relationship, if it's you and your boss, if it's you and your wife or husband or whoever, if it only goes one way, that shit's bound to fail. And so
You're right about that, baby.
And so like that's kind of how I was feeling at work, that like any single thing goes wrong, it's automatically my fault. I get hundreds of phone calls and emails, and it'd be shit that I can't even control, but I'm the one who's responsible for it. But if my boss were to mess something up, like not post payroll on time,
It's like, oh well.
it's like, oh, well, like, it is. Oh, I forgot to send you the details that you needed so that you could set up your entire inventory structure. Oh, I forgot to send that to you. Oh, well. Like, what?
And that happens in different kinds of work environments, but I also think it has more to do with who your actual manager is. So yes, you were a manager, but you had someone who was above you. And so for me, I am not in a management level at work yet. I'm getting there one day, hopefully before age 45, but hopefully, not hopefully, I'll take it out. But
You're going to be there. Ain't no hopefully.
exactly.
Claim that. Own that.
Exactly, yes, and I do claim it and I do own it. So I'm working towards. But when you have but not you, but when I have a manager who does not want to have the same standards as the staff, that also breaks down trust with the staff level and the manager. So my current director, I have seen, she is accountable. So she will say, Carol, I was late on this for so and so. I forgot about that. I'm really sorry. Here's how we can get this done together. So that is a breath of fresh air coming from an environment where the manager was not accountable. So I definitely do think it has to deal a lot with who you work for or work under.
Yeah, but then also, and I've had so many different types of managers and so many different managers over the years in various companies, that I'm here to say that it's not just the type of manager, it's an ego thing. It's to a certain
the kind of
extent,
manager.
it's not the kind of manager. You're not feeling me. It's like, from what I've experienced, I was one of the few people that I knew in a leadership position who would defer to my subordinates to get their buy-in.
Okay.
Like I was one of the type of people who would, like, I would ask my subordinates what their opinion on things were, how did they think we should proceed, and if it was a good idea, I would roll with it. And so like that's where like I built the trust and everything from that perspective. What I'm saying is that I've had really good managers and I've had really terrible managers over the years. I've had some people that I consider my managers who I consider a family friend, and I consider some people who were my manager, if I seen them on the street, I wouldn't even acknowledge them.
Nope, we keep on walking.
And
Stare right at you and keep on walking.
but the thing is that was universal
Petty.
with all of those people is if they messed up, they weren't apologizing to us.
Right.
They don't have to apologize to us because that's not their pay grade. And that is what, like I said, from a work perspective, that lack of accountability is what drove me away from that environment. It's like, if I mess up, I got to apologize. I got to apologize up or down. as that manager. But when people above me would mess up, they don't apologize. At least not to me. Maybe they do to their higher ups. But it never seemed to trickle down when they made a bad decision that cost us money or cost us productivity or caused a situation where somebody's going to have to work long hours or whatever, or effed up schedule. It's never oh man, I'm sorry. I created a schedule where you were working 17 days in a row. I must not have been paying attention. It's like, wouldn't even apologize for shit like that. But, if I mess up and forget one deliverable, then the whole world has to end, and I gotta get on my laptop right now and figure this out. And it was those type of things that precipitated my most recent decision of, from a career perspective. I'm sorry, I'm kind of under the weather, so I'm not really. I know I sound weird and I'm congested and I'm sleepy. I feel nasal.
But you don't sound weird, so that part will be cut out because you sound fine.
Okay, well,
I know you feel like you sound.
I feel like there's like a pound of pressure in my head, like there's a bowling ball in my head, and I need to just expel it.
You need that PM, so that
like,
would cut out.
I don't need pain meds. I need Theraflu. I'm about to drink Theraflu and knock the the congestion out.
Mama said knock you out.
So yeah, like that was another example of where I think accountability is important. Final example, I'm not gonna say final because I don't know if you want to contribute more, because we just be freestyling these bitches. We just be throwing them out there.
That's gonna be cut out too.
All right, fine, whatever, Carol. What I'm saying is, another thing where we need to start holding people accountable is we need to start holding our leaders accountable. We need to start holding community leaders accountable.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that, because we had elections last month, and I've always been someone who is socially aware, but I did not always speak up about what I thought was right or wrong, because I already knew what could be done differently. But if I did not have a solution, I did not really speak up and say, "Oh, so and so person, why aren't you doing it this way?" Because either I did, I didn't have an answer, or I would not want to be in their shoes. So I want to give them advice, or I guess push back for things that I would not want to do anyway. And so I recently went to a town hall for some people who were running for office in our county, and I am happy that I was able to, I'll use the phrase, disrupt, not dismantle, but I was glad that I was able to disrupt what they thought was the status quo for what they thought a town hall would be, because I was not afraid to ask hard questions that they were not expecting, or had never even got asked before, because I do want them to be held accountable for what they promise they're going to do, what they say they're going to do, so what they want to do. Because I definitely vote. I definitely vote in my elections, but I also want to make sure that people know that, hey, you got to be held accountable for it. You got to be held accountable by someone, and that's people who are putting you into office. So I know that they were sick of me at that town hall, because I was not going to not have to answer my question, because they need to be held accountable. So that's local leaders. But in last week's episode, we were talking about how we were held accountable or not. And so I'm going to share a story of me in middle school, and then, of course, my protests when I was thinking 10th grade. But when we began the actual episode, I was thinking of the time in middle school that I ended up. But when we started the episode, I was saying that I was held accountable for what I recall in middle school, and then in 12th grade. And so we talked about the middle school thing. I also mentioned the whole protest I not protest, but I just did not want to engage in the whitewashing of history. So I didn't want to engage in class that one day. But I was really talking about 12th grade, and so my father helped me get my first federal my first federal government job, and so I was, of course, happy that I had that job in high school, and I was making big bucks for a 12th grader. But I used that, I guess, hookup job stance as a way for me to say, as a way for me to assume, but I could say what I wanted to say without getting in trouble. And so I remember that I sent an email to the woman that 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 hired me, and so she was the deputy of HR for a certain part of this federal agency, and so um because I knew her, I assumed that I could just that I could just speak freely without any kind of recourse. And boy, man, sir, was I wrong. She called my daddy and also forwarded him the email. And so he had printed the email. And so when I got home from work, and I'm 17 years old in high school, so it was summer break, I came home from work and he was mad at me. And so he explained to me that I got that he got a phone call from this woman that hired me and told me that I was being rude. And I didn't really think I was, because I was speaking my mind,
Right.
which I learned as a 17-year-old girl, because I used the word girl because I was clearly not a woman back then. But as someone who was 17 years old, I had to learn how to be respect be so I had to learn how to respect those who helped me, opposed to just think that I could just say what I wanted to say. And so he made me apologize to her in writing. So I'm like, dang, is there a pattern? Eighth grade had to apologize in writing. 12th grade had to apologize in writing. But no, but that's something that I learned as a 17-year-old, that I must be mindful of what I say in an email, because emails will be forwarded to people who
Paper
you don't
trails.
even know that will get it. And so so I was definitely mad at her for calling him and then forwarding him the email. But as I got older, I then realized that she was right for telling him what I did, and forwarding him the email. And now I wasn't mean and like calling her names, but I definitely was out of line for my response to her question to me. So now that is something that I definitely want to make sure that for our girls, because tech is so different now than it was 24 years ago, that they must be aware, that things will be forwarded, things can be screenshotted, things may end up somewhere that you had no idea that it would end up. And so people didn't do screenshots back in '98 because people didn't really know what that was 22 years ago.
Right.
But like, that showed me, like, girl, you have got to be mindful of what you put in the email, and then also put never put in the email anything that you don't ever want getting back to, like, your highest person in that office, department, what have you. So those are some good points, my dear. So we've talked about corporate stuff. Last week we talked about parenting, and this week as well. So
In
do you have
relationships.
yes? Do you have any final thoughts, my JB?
No, I don't think I have anything else to add to this discussion. I feel like it's an important discussion, and not in a finger pointing kind of way, Because when I told my friends that, oh yeah, me and Shawty gonna have an episode about accountability, they were like, oh, can't wait. You better tell, oh man, nah,
I hope that they all
I'm
didn't react
not,
that way.
I am not gonna be that guy and point fingers and do all of those things. That's not who I am. It doesn't bring the discourse forward. I feel like it's important to acknowledge that a lot of women, especially women in relationships, don't feel the need to be held accountable. They don't feel like they should be even held accountable. Forget about whether they are or they're not. They don't even feel like they should be. And that has a lot more to do with how society is in general and overvaluing certain things as a commodity in society. And it just, it's really unfortunate. But, in any event, like I'm not here. We're not here for that. We're not here for negativity. We're not here to beat up old stereotypes, and
Nope,
we're not
not here for it.
dragging old tropes out. Like that's not what we're doing. So I'm sorry if that's what you tuned in to think me and Carol are gonna be going back and forth about her not being accountable and me not being accountable.
Because I do acknowledge that I had that issue for many, many years. I don't know how long it was because
What's today's date? You said how long it was? What was today's date? So you mean
I definitely am accountable a whole
you see how hard I'm trying to pull off that same joke? I've been trying hard to pull that shit off.
Even acknowledge that because I know that I had that problem.
Yeah.
I definitely will say I was not accountable for my actions or my words. Now I was not reckless because I did not want to hurt your feelings because I do know there are certain things that are triggers. So I would never say certain things that will trigger you because that to me is just vindictive and mean spirited, and I care about you too much to even want to do that to you. But I was not accountable for my actions and my words in other ways. So I definitely thank you for pointing that out to me because nobody really did. And that definitely hurt me. Not like, oh, I'm sad, but that hurt me in terms of like being a mature woman.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that.
Well, hey, you're welcome.
That was a great conversation on accountability because we were able to talk about some of the things we have encountered at work, plus things we have encountered outside of work, and also with us being a couple. So now it's time for something awesome. It's the play on words. Yeah, it had to be different.
It's the play on words.
Fine. Okay, what's it called?
Word play.
Okay, thank you. Word up, hey.
Oh my God.
I'm not the Brad. And you're not JD. So I will go. No, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Because I went first last week. So, what is your letter, JB?
I'ma say L.
And you will not take that L because I believe in you and love you so much. But you will take that L with the word I give you. Hopefully it's challenging enough.
Probably.
Smarty pants.
I'm sorry that my pants are smart. You need to shop at a better store.
You don't want to be a dummy.
Well, I mean, that's why I buy smart pants.
Oh, right.
Smarty pants. That's why I buy smart pants.
Okay, you better get the womp womp first. Seriously, womp, womp.
It took you that long to get the womp womp?
I had my eyes were closed because I was turning to the page. Okay, your letter is L.
Yep.
Okay. This actually may stump you because I would have been stumped too, because this word sounds easy, but the actual meaning is not. Your word is look down.
Look down?
Yes, look down.
Seriously?
Yes.
Look down?
Yes, your word is look down.
Is it a noun or a verb?
We have never asked that question before.
So then there's a good time. Now's a good time to start.
Fine. It's a noun.
It's a noun?
Yes.
A look down. A look down's got to be like some kind of euphemism or old term for like a targeting thing or something, right? Like it's like a scope, like
Okay,
a tar- like a
telescope
like
kind
a
of thing.
telescope, like a targeting thing, like a look down. It's like an old pirate way of saying a scope or some stupid shit. Because clearly look down is a because you're not saying that you're looked down upon. Oh, that's a
Right.
look down.
No.
Is it glass? Is it a glass floor? Like what?
No, I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay, look down is a noun, but because you asked, is a noun or verb? It's a noun. It's from around 1882. It is a silvery. Oh, it is a silvery carringed fish that is chiefly of the that is chiefly of the Atlantic, having a laterally compressed deep body and steeply sloping facial profile.
Bruh.
Because the word sounded easy, but I was like, oh, he's not going to get this definition. I learned a new word today. Here. Because I love you, I will take the L as well. I will actually not take the L, but I'll have L as my letter.
L is your letter, she says.
Yes.
Okay. It's pretty simple.
Simple for who? Because I mean,
It's pretty simple. This is real simple.
okay, what is it?
This is real simple. If you can't get this, we really got a problem.
Oh, don't insult me before I even started.
Loungewear.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I pointed at, so unfortunately, I pointed at loungewear.
Loungewear. I'm going to give two meanings so that I can meet the Webster definition. Loungewear. Clothes that you wear to be comfortable around an environment like home, or clothes that can be very seductive to your partner because you want to lounge and be comfy and cozy in.
Sweetie, ain't nothing cute about loungewear. Like, you talking about wearing, like, pajama pants and sweatshirts and
That
shit.
was
That's
the first
like,
definition. The
well,
second one could
that's
be
the
like
actual
the second-
definition.
Fine.
What you're defining is lingerie.
Oh yeah, thank you, lingerie. Oh fine, you can lounge in lingerie though.
You can lounge in anything, but the point is that
Fine.
you're
That's
describing lingerie, not loungewear.
I described loungewear first.
What I got on right now is loungewear, some sweatpants
men
and a
don't
tee.
have loungewear.
Men don't have loungewear.
No, that's a women have loungewear.
What? So men don't wear like
Wait,
pajamas?
men,
We don't have like
Jason.
What is loungewear?
Men do not have a whole loungewear section of a store like how
men
women
don't
do.
have whole sections for anything. That's just part of what y'all do. We have a section for socks, underwear, and Levi's and plain t-shirts. Y'all have a whole half the store for just your sweaters. Like, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't sit here and say, oh, y'all don't have a loungewear section. We don't have a section.
So therefore, men don't have. Okay, men, do y'all have loungewear?
Yes, it's them pajama pants that y'all had to wear for Christmas, and now you whip them Jones out when you don't feel like going in and getting your joggers out of the.
The plaid
Exactly.
pajamas.
Exactly. Them plaid pajama pants. That's loungewear.
What's the-
Matter of fact, I saw a youngin' at the track meet that had them damn plaid pajama pants on. He had on loungewear.
Yeah, he was a student, so he was
Lounging.
Yeah. Okay.
He was
LL.
lounging.
So
and what if I had like a smoker's jacket, like Hugh Hef? That's loungewear.
Yes, you're right.
So men can.
Okay,
Hey,
fine. I'm not
I'm
hating.
gonna get me a smoker's jacket, just so I can wear it around the house for no
It has
reason.
some loungewear,
And
some slippers.
I don't like slippers.
Exactly.
I don't like slippers because I just never have found ones that I like. I had some that I liked years and years and years and years ago, a long time ago, and I've never had slippers I like since. I just flip flop it up.
Yep. So thanks everyone for joining us for part 2 of accountability.
Right.
We hope that we were able to give some insight, make you laugh, maybe even inspire you to make a change in your own life. Because change is good. So check us out on Anchor, on Spotify,
Yep.
on Stitcher. Feel free to send us a DM for any topic ideas you may have. Tell your friends about us and catch up on old episodes. And we'll holla at you next time.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
If you enjoyed this, like, comment,
Subscribe and share to the Linguistic Show.
This has been an Ashangali Enterprises production.
Co-produced by Naomi. Music by Brassville.